Yo, good morning, good morning. Welcome back again to the charts. Feels like it hasn't even been a minute and we're already back here. Let's see if that daily is gonna be moving. Ooh, yesterday's candlestick closed bearish. This kind of like still giving me this trickle feeling about the market, you know? Like the reason why gold has been choppy on the intradays. Let me turn this on here. Yep, got the mic. Yeah, so this is the idea here, that when markets moving like this is gonna also affect the lower time frame when we start to see a lot of these pullbacks, correct? So let's look and see how today is. I don't expect it to be as crazy as yesterday though, in terms of all the fake outs that were happening. To be honest, so far it looks all right. You see, like, that's why I mean this price action here as well. You can see on the intraday also trickles on the lower time frame. So you know, you're gonna find it very difficult sometimes to catch these runners when price keeps pulling back like this, correct? So man, we're gonna see how we're gonna avoid this kind of a condition here. So you see it moved up, but very, very difficult. But the move down was at least a little bit cleaner. A little cleaner here. But this was I would say, yeah, here's the pre-London. Actually, pre-London was decent because pre-London was already here, up here, and then a sell below. And I see there was also a breakout play on pre-London right here. Pretty nice 20 pip move and then retrace and then continue to melt. Melted, came. All right, now it's kind of like trying to set up maybe a potential buy you might see above these highs. And as a candlestick closes, maybe a sell below like this area right over here. You're going to see that accumulation and then potential move. Overall, right now, also, we're seeing a lot of like bearishness in terms of order flow. We can see here the delta volume is picking up nicely. Previous hourly just did like 80 million. So, but yeah, it looks kind of like bearish. It looks like the sellers are somewhat in control over here. As we can see also the previous daily candle there closed bearish, making a 1 minute console now. Yep. The trend right now, it's kind of bullish because the daily is moving up. It's like up 0.50%, but I wouldn't like take it too literal because of, you know, the amount of what do you call it? Yeah, you see it's breaking here now. The freaking difference, you know, in terms of seller aggression, in terms of how the previous daily is closing and how it's closing. So I don't know, man. I think you just got to be cautious. Don't marry a bias, as the market is still waiting for something, chat. Like, it seems like markets are still waiting for something. So I'm not gonna be marrying no bias here. Yeah, anyway, price coming down. Nice little break, I guess. Pretty decent break here. See on the 5 minute. Nice little range to come down. It's also got this next resistance point right over here. So I'll say these are the key points, as well as, you know, we had the previous day value area high by like 40, 48, 47 over here as well. I would say that's the key marks. Yeah, so I reckon a buy above 48.51 should be good. Looking at a range of around like 37 pips. This is my sell zone, second biggest delta sell zone of the day. Nicely lining up. I caught that pre-London and got my 20 pips right from the top of the break. Right from the top break. Nice, nice. Look at like a fake out. Looks like liquidity grab. Now, the way it's pulling up like this. Holy. See if it actually follows through. Could be like liquidity confirmation. Again, to break the high by 48.52. Sometimes it's like that, you know, you just don't take the trade, you kind of watch it, and then you see the next opportunity. Wow, man, like that pulled up in the last, how many, like 2 minutes just for the 5 minute here to close bullish. Oh no, Goldie, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again, Goldie. It's starting to get excited here with the London Open. Yeah, but it's nice. Look at this volume coming in. Typically see this more often during the New York. A little bit of volume coming in here. Or orders. Five minutes still doesn't have a bottom wick. Could see a nice buy confluence here with that liquidity grab and clean range to move bullish. That could also be a possibility. Now it's also got the SMAs kind of like holding it too there. Got a little SMA support. Just don't know how to feel about the seller aggression though. Might get wicked in because I see currently sellers are quite active. Unless we start to flip somehow. Alright, buyers kind of slightly taking over here. We need to get through previous week value area high. So this is a high confluence zone. You're gonna see, you could possibly see a big move come out of this zone. Right here. We have like pretty key confluences. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about the seller aggression though, to be honest, right here, because that could actually prove to be a useful rejection area. I'm going to remove that for now and just kind of watch it. Because I know if it tries to break the high and then liquidity grabs, it could be a useful rejection area because there are currently a lot more sellers in this market right now than there are buyers. So it'll be kind of like annoying to see price kind of scoop this area up and then come down, because that's going to create a very nice rejection point right here, which is also part of the previous week value area high. Actually, if it comes down here, in principle, we're going to be like, or rather, we're going to be below previous week and previous day value area high. But you see, this is going to be like an early buy. So it could still play out, but it's definitely like an early buy. So if it does play out, you know, it could be amazing. But if it doesn't, I think it could be like kind of annoying. That's yesterday's NY high. New 5-minute open as well. It's attempting to break now. See what happens. Sellers are slightly getting out, but they're still there. They still got some key points to hold. That's our previous week value area high. Now it's gonna be challenging for them, for the buyers. That's why I mean, like, something like that would be kind of annoying. Could be trying to do like a whip, right? Like the sellers could be just trying to get a whip in. Flirting with the highs too. Praying. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if I was in this situation here, you see, like, I see how, look how aggressive the delta is right now. Should you pre-book gold for Akshaya Tritiya 2026? Next, yeah, done. Next, go next one. Yeah, gold is still behaving in a certain way here. Oh, that'll become like that rejection zone. You see, it's still kind of trying to do those liquidity type of grabs. See, it was like a double whammy. It's trying to break below that. Looks like it wants to break below that support. Oh, Lee, where's this volume coming from? Would be nice to if that 5-minute was to close. That 5 minutes still got like what, 2 minutes, 20 seconds? It wants to close below this level right here. Oh, market's been flooded here with orders. Could be a nice play. I just feel like that 5 is a bit stretched, right? See how it breaks. Got like 1 more minute to close. Because the hourly is still fresh. In principle, like the hourly could still move as if it's not had a move yet, but the 5-minute is a little stretched. But I know gold sometimes it likes to push, you know, during towards the tail end of the candle. See, like there's 50 seconds here gonna be left. Now I just see that abrupt push towards like the last few seconds. It's good if it doesn't do that. There's still a bit of like a range here to fill too. About like what, 60 pips? Could be a decent play. Nice, respecting previous week value area high, previous day value area high. POC may also be a target there by 48.33. That's going to be down over here towards these ranges. But if it moves down, we know we can move from here to down over here by 48.38. And then whatever else is just going to be like, you know, a runner. I feel like it does want to push. There are quite a few confluences. Spot gold is already breaking that low. Yeah, it's still kind of behaving. What the heck? Where'd the buyers come from? Holy. Where's this volume coming from, chat? What's happening here? We get it. Regarding Forex Factory, we don't have any fundamentals today either. This could be another liquidity grab before the move. Actually feels like gold has been manipulated of late. It feels like some sort of like artificial manipulation. It's not usually typically how price behaves. Would be pretty good to still see that candle there flip though. To reflip and then break the lows. Because now it's created like a pretty healthy top wick too. Range day? Hopefully not. Probably gonna reflip. That was probably a liquidity grab. It was just trying to maybe shake some sellers out before the move. Because it still looks like it could flip here. A very, very artificial move that was. Very artificial. Coming back in. Beautiful. Nice push. Gotta adjust my stop loss here. Let's risk around 0.5%. Expecting it to follow through to fill this range. Yeah, about like 0.5%. Because now I don't expect it to be coming back up. So I'm going to manage right here. And it came back up. Beautiful gold. Very well done. Very well done. I see you're still finding these jokes funny. And then it's gonna continue to melt here. Very well done, gold. Oh man, I should put my stop above the flip of the candle. I think I put it too tight. Should have put it in above the flip of the candle right there instead. Should have put it above the flip of the candle. Yeah, I think that's what I should have done. I just didn't want to risk more than 0.5%. And then now that would be break even as it's breaking the low. Don't know if I would have secured something though. Yeah, I would probably have. Yep, I would have. Oh man. Oh man, gold. Where are my whips? I feel like that was such a clean move, right? Little mismanagement on my part. I think I was too aggressive on the risk. Should have put it right there. Probably like 48, 46. GG. Hey, but you know, congratulations if you caught it. Somehow you managed to survive it. It was fluctuating quite a lot there. Yeah, but that was such a clean setup, you know. Actually, there was a lot of freaking confluence. Especially after getting this pullback up here. And then coming down and breaking the lows to fill this range. On to the next one, I guess. On to the next one. Now, this was a move like from point A to point B. So whatever we get as a runner, like just let it run. Like secure partial and, you know, just kind of let the rest of it run. It's going to run towards previous day point of control down over here. If it runs somewhere around that region. But we don't know if it's going to get through this zone. That support. See, now it's reacting off that support. Yeah, we don't know if it can get past that zone, that support. But when you could move from here to here. See, 29.67. I have heard somewhere they changed the algorithm. I don't know about that. I don't think so. Why change something that's been working for years, for decades? Why change something? It's not like trading became easier for people in the past year or so. It's always been difficult. Man, next one. Off to the next one. Gold has been belting retailers the whole week. Yes, sir. Too aggressive. Too aggressive, man. Too aggressive on the risk. Make sure you leave a like on the stream, guys. I appreciate free value here, and you know, if it's helping you understand price action a bit better, I think this was like a very nice example of how, you know, confluences can line up and how you can get yourself in a positive trade. It's a very good example here. Shaking other out, manipulation at play. Now it's going to come back to retest the highs. Coming back for the greedy sellers, maybe, who didn't close or anything, expecting further runners without managing. They got their stops, maybe even above here by 48.53. But it's funny because as price is going up, this is actually absorption. Because look, we're getting sellers increase. Look, we're increasing in strength, and price is moving up bullish. So it could just be like some sort of absorption for a big move down, continuation to the downside. But there's a pretty big kind of accumulation that's going on here. From here and here. Yeah, see, this could be absorption. The sellers were just gonna step in and push them down. The problem is, like, the moment you're in a buy and you know there's a lot of seller aggression in here, like the moment it starts pulling down, they might be stepping in to have the continuation. But something interesting is happening today. Look at the amount of orders that are coming in the market. It's quite busy. I actually would have expected this move to be the full runner, given the current like volatility in here, like that. Damn, how was I being so freaking strict on that? Wait, but how far did it actually push up? Let me play here. Wait, did the candle actually flip? Would I have been stopped anyway? It doesn't seem like it broke any highs there, does it? Did the candle flip, chat? It broke, push up. Oh no, the candle flip was oh yeah, that would have been a full percent on the candle flip. And it would have, yeah, it looks like it would have stopped me out. Okay, so I think I actually managed it properly. I think it was just hard to survive the pullback there. Typical Thursday London session behavior. Yeah, we need this command in there. Ass blasted. Getting ass blasted on the charts here. Wait, let's see. So there's this accumulation here, but the issue is like the sellers are still quite active. Right? There's a potential buy to break the high. I would be aggressive on the risk as well. I think I played that the way I should have. It seemed different on my broker when I was adjusting it though. I feel like I had a bit of leeway for some reason. Yeah, let's see. It definitely could be a little bit more cleaner. This overall breakout, it's a pretty big range that we're in. This is like about 168 pip, 170 pip range. Could definitely look a little cleaner. Remember, smash that like button, chat. Support the channel. Would appreciate it. Oh, and on the hourly as well, we could have like broken. If that trade ran, we could have broken the hourly support here on the higher time frame to keep melting off too. Got clean range down here, which is what's that, like 196 pips. See, Ricardo got it. Went for the shotgun. Now down, it's going to keep moving down after this. Zona's amazing for sell. I don't know why I took the buy in the top against my read. Yeah, even the buy here was going to be still, even if there was a buy here, that's still a bit sketchy. But, you know, we also have like very nice resistance points on the hourly too. Right there. What I'm anticipating is this thing's probably just going to break the lows and then just come down, right? Because that hourly, as you can see, it hasn't yet had like a move. Still pretty damn fresh. We're on the second half of the hourly too now. I mean, I just need like one of these bomber clot trades which push like 50 pips in a second. Zoom out and look at the 15 minute. The trend reversed like an hour ago. Yeah, I'm not trying to focus too much on all of this over here. I want to see like where does price want to go like right now? Because we're in this kind of like 50-50 zone. Because I could still take a buy, I could still take a sell depending on how we're approaching these levels. It looks like 15-minute liquidity though here. Can't believe the 15 actually did play out. It came, boom, and then still reflipped to close bullish. That's wild. Like, if you ever want to study manipulations, this is the best market environment. You're gonna get like loads of examples of manipulations, right? You even got like one here, that break of the high, and then it came down, break of the low, came up. But even within this, remember how many more manipulations there were? Even within that candle, we still had that 5-minute come down like here, actually broke on spot gold and then moved up, right? It then moved up and then it moved down, right? But like even as it was going down for the rebreak, because that's when we got stuck in, it still fluctuated up and then it moved down again. And I'm not one to use a bigger stop loss as a solution. Some people are gonna use that solution. I tried it, didn't work. Trust me, like every day I was adjusting my stop loss a little bit, 5 pip extra, 10 pip extra. In the end, you just have a big stop loss and then it doesn't make even sense anymore. You just become a swing trader. So there's a finite amount of ways you can actually get in. You know what I mean? 15-minute looks like a head and shoulder on spot gold. Yep. That's why, you know, you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. You should see where those edges are, and then you're going to try and see if you're going to do the best you can at that moment. There's another potential entry here. Potential sell entry. As of now, I still don't trust the buys. There's a lot of like seller aggression. Sometimes this could be like the retracement up for the real move back down. So you're going to have like the first move and then that's going to be like the second move over here. So there's even a cleaner range on the 1 minute, at least like about 50 pips. And then that's going to be the resistance here. SMAs are going to support it. And it's going to be that same kind of idea with the previous week and previous day value area high. So that could be something interesting. A good trade can even survive a 6 pip SL. Yeah, well said. I like that. That's very true. We used to have like 6 pip SLs, 3 pip SLs back in the day when, you know, price was like kind of less volume, especially like on GJ. Sent you a message on Discord, then give me feedback. All right. I never really check my messages on Discord. Are you on Instagram? Like, I don't check the direct messages. I check the messages for the mentorship if you leave them in the bootcamp and stuff. But yeah, not the DMs. Might see a fat rejection here and then sellers really coming in aggressive. Caution buys at the moment, I would say. At least maybe until the new hourly opens. Well, there is also a buy potential here. It's just feeling a bit risky. It'll be like similar like up here. 15-minute looks like a head and shoulders. Oh, yeah, we do have that. That's also a nice confluence. Got like here, here, and here. Yeah, reflip, break it slows, melt. See, it will fall down after taking seller's liquidity above. Buyers are trying to take that zone. They just broke the high. The candle still got like 40 seconds though in it, so gotta see if it follows through. Oh, they came in quite aggressive. They just took like 50% of that buy seller aggression. Because I can get them before the minute candle there closes. That's why it's important for candle closes sometimes too. Broke above, could be a fake out. It could be this. You see, that's the same. Let's check a different color. That's the same thing that happened here. That's the same trick that they pulled. That made that price. Remember how volatile price was when it came down? Because that was like a trap. So this could be like a similar thing they're trying to replicate. Trap him and then just, you see, then you're going to see that seller aggression step in again. So it's like that tug of war. Sometimes you got to like let go a bit and then take it in quickly. So they could theoretically, if they start melting it off here, could even probably see like 1 million by the time we come down. It's got to see how that plays out. We're in the trenches, boys and girls. We're in the trenches. This is real trading here. If you can survive this, then you can survive anything. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Like they say, if you can drive in, let's say India, you can drive anywhere, right? It's kind of like the same kind of a concept here. But most people try and jump onto, which is also fine. You can experiment like with those other instruments. Sometimes you're gonna have to like look at a different pair. Maybe a different pair is moving a lot nicer. Like if you see NASDAQ, I think like NQ is moving a little bit more predictable. As you can see, there's not a lot of like swings in that. Like fake outs, manipulations. It seems like it's moving good. That would be an option. You know, you could trade something else, right? You can be a little bitch and go trade something else. That's totally fine. But we're gonna learn how to trade a trench like real men. This is where character is developed. This is where you're gonna really prove to yourself if you know what you're doing, if you're managing your risk. How good are you at managing your risk? Even on your worst day, you know, can you maintain that risk? Can it be below a certain percentage? Can you give yourself optimal chances to get profitable trades? That's where like, I guess I kind of like to be sometimes. Because I know once I get stuck in, it's going to be rewarding, right? Just like yesterday's last trade. It's going to be rewarding. But up until that point, we just have to shift the mental model to losing less. Because nobody said it was going to be easy. I'm trying to think whether I should still take the same position here and consider this like a fake out. Although it did spend a lot of time up here. See on the 5 minute. Did spend a lot of time up there. It might be a shotgun though. Break below that support. It's also getting like some nice resistance points right here. I like 50 seconds. Candle could try and make a run for it in the last 40 seconds. Like that. And then come down like this again. And it's going to be like the similar idea to what happened here. Then it's going to repeat itself. Sometimes the market will... Sometimes you feel like you missed a move. And then that same move is just going to play out again after that retracement. Candle close is more important than SMA confluence at this point, although the SMAs are giving it a hard time. Pay attention to, I think it's going to close on spot gold. Yeah, it looks like it's closed. Oh, is it closing? Oh, holy! So close. So close. In the last, what was that, like 3 seconds? Kind of like rejected that support. So close. Market's kind of getting cornered here. Market's getting cornered. However, if that candle closed below, it would have been at least a cleaner signal for it to come down. Like this, it can still play out. I've seen these type of ones play out before where it rejects and then still blasts through. But it's just not a strong confirmation. But it's getting cornered right now. This is sometimes yielding a very good trade, but there's just no structural entry confirmation besides like these confluences of resistance and all what's going on up here. Previous day, previous week value area highs. That's the only thing. It would be like an impulsive sell based off of just what previously happened. So I'm still considering a sell below this wick here, which would be the breakout, but let's see. Got about 15 minutes till the new hourly open. This candle still has not yet given a follow through. Yeah, I don't know if I'm trusting this too much at the moment. Because the candle has kind of like moved a little from here to here. See that seller aggression? It's borderlining a mill. Much we got 2 more minutes for a 5-minute closure. Would be nice if we could kind of hold that level right there and first close. Although the seller aggression is quite high. Oh, that looks heavy. Candlestick looking heavy. Oh man, I think it might just go. I don't think it's gonna close. Yeah, it's breaking a bit more significantly here. It's probably just gonna pay them out. Wow, it actually corrected the freaking range. Didn't give a chance for closure sometimes. Yeah, gold is like that. Yeah, it extended the range there in the last 2 minutes. It mopped up more of the range. I think there's only about like what 17.5 pips left. Unless we just anticipate a follow through here with that potential head and shoulders on the higher time frame, that this is going to continue melting beyond that point. Also noticed a lot yesterday the hourly has been moving towards the end of the candlestick. And it's, you know, approaching the last 10 minutes here. Yesterday was the same thing. The last 10 minutes were giving the move on gold. Spot gold is breaking somewhere around here. Yeah, sellers were losing a little bit of steam there. So just creating a bigger top wick. Like a small break and retest. Small break and retest and reflip. In essence, it's the same thing that happened here too. That's what this candlestick did, right? It came, it closed, it came down, close to breaking. Spot gold also broke it, and then it went up, and then it came down, reflipped, and then sold off. Could see a similar situation like that happen there. Seller aggression stepping back in. Literally the same play it just did, chat. Literally the same thing it just did. I think it was going to try and push in this last minute. Market fade. Market fade entry setup. Some market fade break at that low. Haven't taken one of these in a while. I'll be aggressive on the risk as well on this position. I'm not letting this one become a losing trade. Oh, wow. Man, it's not allowing it. I wanted to go for like 2% on that one. Increase my risk. I did not want to let that one go into drawdown. But let's see, man. If I allowed it a bit more in drawdown, oh my days. Holy. What the heck is going on here? It's like when it comes time for the entries, it loves to fluctuate so much. But this is a market fade entry right here. Price broke below, created a support, retest, break of the low to continue coming down. I was looking for like 2% at least on that position. Jeez. Ah, it's melting again. I feel like we're calling the trades. We're getting the moves. Right? We're catching the move. It's just a volatility. Yeah, that one is pretty much done as well. I think it's gonna come and retest his lows. It's gonna come, retest this low, pull up, maybe start break again. There's another setup down over there too. So yeah, it's like at the break of the low right there. So what we take? We took a shotgun, a market fade. I need to journal that better here. This is actually more of like a shotgun, and then we just had like a market fade. But let me lock in as well because we're about to get a new hourly open and there's a range here. It might try and break through that range. So I'm just gonna kind of like monitor this. This is the area that it's playing in, right? You got like some kind of a resistance here. And then you got support down over here. That's accumulation. Then I think that new hourly is gonna open up and, you know, possibly do something here. I got it. I'm still in. Nice. Because, you know, these are like high confluence areas that we're getting in. So sometimes the market also understands. I would assume it understands the probabilities and like the people getting in these areas like this. So then it starts to try and shake people out as well, I guess. I don't know. I just need one of these trades to be, you know, be a pretty easy trade. I like easy trades. I don't like hard trades. I like stress-free trades. It means a few break-evens here and there, you know, not a big deal. New hourly open, expecting fresh volume to be coming in. It's that head and shoulders play. Remember, chat? Like, we're still in the 15-minute head and shoulders play. That's a higher time frame volume. As well as, I think if we get through that support here, there's going to be that hourly range to fill. Alright, so if you look at this, that's an hourly range right over here. So price could come down like quite aggressively at that point. Correct. So we got that hourly range. We got a bit of accumulation here. Potential head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder coming down still. It's a bit of a stretch down towards like 40, 48, 38. Seller aggression is stepping in. A 1 million chat. 1 million seller aggression. Do you can get the melt? Or is it going to try and stop me out again? What are you going to do this time, Goldie? Are you going to give it to me, or are we just going to continue playing table tennis here? Yeah, man. I don't know. Gold's being a little bitch. How many pips? That was 20 pips. Maybe I'm being too greedy. Maybe I should stop chasing the runner and just secure something. Two of these trades have already gone up like about 1.5%. I could have secured two of those at 1.5%. It's like a toxic relationship where you think the partner is going to change, but they never do. Like, that would have been it. That little spike there it just did towards the end, that would have been it for me. That would have been like a clean 2%. It set up a minor support here as a re-entry on the one. Oh, okay. You can't see it on futures, but on spot gold, it just did like a small support there. Kind of creating the... what do you call it? The breakout play again. Sell aggression is freaking high though. It's 2.4 million right now. It's the highest it's been all day. About 18 seconds for 5-minute candle here close. I think that next 5-minute candle is just gonna melt, guys. Watch out for that 5-minute open. It's just gonna melt. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. I'm closing it. I'm freaking closing it. Finally. Let's go, baby. Come on now. Stop playing with me. Simple. Wasting my goddamn time, gold. Like, how many times did I need to try you? But thank you, God. Like, sheesh. Sometimes it's like that, man. You're gonna try so many times until you finally get that entry. And that's what we need to chat. Buy aggression. Look at the buy aggression. It's the highest we've seen all day. It's literally at 4.3 million right now. So you can get away. This is where the order flow comes in. So a lot of you think like, you know, maybe order flow might not work. But this is where it comes in terms of giving you confidence for your moves, right? Because it's besides like thinking that, oh, you know, we might just be having sellers. You can see it's the highest we've been the whole day. Yeah, 4.3 million. And also breaking below previous day POC by 48.33. Told you when that next 5-minute candle opens up, it's going to melt, right? It's because we're looking at this hourly range as well right over here. Beautiful. I was managing this trade at about I think close to let's say 2%. 2% is gonna give it a bit more breathing room here. Which should have been about like 16 pips. Because that was the last shot. There was no way seller aggression was at 4 million. We created, let me show you what I was looking at here on spot gold. This was the move on spot gold. Because you see how we created that minor support right over here, respecting this area. So it's also an extension of this range, right? But it usually confirms the range when you have that additional support being formed right over there. It's the same thing that happened here, chat, basically. So look at this. If I remove this, what happened here? It's the same concept, you know, came down towards this support, created that support, and then it melted through, correct? Came down to this support, created a support, and then melted through, correct? And it's the same thing as well, like what's kind of allowing us to catch these other moves right over here. We're looking at what are the patterns in the market. What does it keep doing over and over again? Break above, fake out, come down. Break above, fake out, come down. Shotgun play. But this created now market fade re-entry right over here. And you know, overall, this is a range, right? Like you can see from resistance to support. That's accumulation, that's distribution. And if you look on the left-hand side, where are we distributing to? You gotta investigate the higher time frames. You see, like the 30-minute here looks pretty clean. We're still on the way down, by the way. We're still heading down towards 48.13. We're still distributing right now. It's still selling. Seller aggression 4.5 million. We're still coming down. Don't try and catch a falling knife. 15-minute is also clean. Clean traffic, 15-minute. 5-minute, we have like a minor support there, but I think we can get through on the HTF.
Ce soir, je te suis jusqu'à l'infini. Ce soir, je te suis jusqu'à l'infini.
See, you know, nice, man. 6.3% on that last one. 6.33. So we're up. See, just managing risk until we get it, right?
Je te suis
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
jusqu'à l'infini.
59. I think I missed one trade. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Win. This should be here. The first one was a shotgun. Second one, market fade. This is a consolidation. Let's see. $0.59. That one's in there. 0.16. So like a break even basically. Yeah, all right, nice. Let's see, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I need to drink water. That's why it's not playing out. Let's see. Yeah, I feel this week changed from what we were having before. Its change is just required a lot more like having a bit of extra data helps, right? See, we retested our entry right over here. Having a bit of extra data helps definitely in these type of market conditions when there's like a lot of uncertainty about when the follow-throughs are going to be playing out. Runners are hard to get, just in and out. You gotta get a runner, you just gotta try a lot. Like on last week Monday, I tried like, I think it was what, 7? I took like 7 trades last week Monday just so I could get the runner at the end of the day. So, you know, it just requires a bit of tenacity is all. You see, like today we took like how many trades so far? I've taken like 1, 2, 3, 3, and my runner was on the 4th trade. On this day, I took 1, 2, 3, 4. My runner was on the 5th trade. W's in the chat. W's in the chateau. If you guys get it, let's see. I didn't catch that dump. Well, I think it was when my dog took a dump. See, it came back, retested high value area again as well. This was like the high confluence zone. You gotta see it like on the 1 minute here. Right at the break. Retest. Boom. It came down another 51 pips. You know, you kind of like, in this perspective, you kind of like never miss a move in the market, right? Like you're going to have it happen like this. Or like sometimes, you know, you might miss that first sell and then market will come back up and then set you up literally the same play. Maybe even sometimes at a better entry than what the first one was at. But in this situation, it looks like it did push down to basically the same entry. So you see the sell we took here. I think this was the sell I took the break even on. It was the same entry as my first position. So like in that kind of paradoxical way, you never really miss a move in the market, right? It just comes down to like understanding and also a bit of risk tolerance. Smash the like button, guys. If you like the stream. If you find some kind of like value here, helping you see the market in a different light, I think it warrants a like. Wait for retest or sell now. Retest already once. Pretty good. I still wish I held this one. Did you guys hold this one though? Drawdown on that one wasn't bad at all. I think I just went too aggressive. Drawdown on this was like what, 9 pips? That was about like 9 pips, 9 pip drawdown. Market fade entry right here. Because I mismanaged it, had to look again for another entry down here. You got it? Nice. Yeah, I feel like this was the one I should have caught, right? This was I feel like this would have been the main one here. The risk on that would have been slightly above 0.5%, but since I've been risking 2%, it would be, you know, a little bit more, slightly above 1%. I think, but not a bad drawdown, like 9 pips out of 16. Setting up again. I think I was a bit of a degen right now. I'll probably look for another trade. Maybe the buy is still going to be a bit sketchy. I think it breaks the low right here. Should be able to have a follow through. However, you know, the hourly did have like a couple of moves in it. It broke below support. We're still below support, which I guess it's good. That's a previous day point of control area over there. Then it's going to give like another possible setup, another fake out. That's why I'm like very cautious about these buys, right? So you might see price try and break the high. Then it's going to fake back in and break 48.09. Let's just watch. This is a key area here. See that reactions we're getting. This is where that entry confirmation came in. There's a very high volume zone. See, did it break? It slightly broke. Sometimes it's enough, I guess, for the market. But yeah, I was on about like a 1 pip break. You see what I mean? See what I mean? It's like you gotta be very cautious about these buys, especially in this condition here. Like this is a very good confluence, and it's setting up another point A. Don't be surprised to see it break here and then just melt. Because it's created a point A, but it's still in motion to the downside, right? Like nothing has changed yet. Unless it like starts breaking above here and like kind of respecting that zone. Same pattern every day. Same pattern every day. For those of you, you're locked in here and you understand what TFX concepts is, I think you can see it. It's the same patterns every day. Just, want to see where this thing is going to break out from. That was crazy. I was on like 60, 68 pips, almost 70 pips. So that 1 minute just literally dumped like how many pips on the open? Like 60 pips. So yeah, it's setting up here. It's flirting with this area. At the same time, it's giving these sellers here a warning. Because, sometimes you never know how people's stop losses are going to be. We're all catching the same kind of like a move around the world. But people are going to trade them differently, Like some people have a big stop loss like this. And maybe they're targeting a little bit more like this. Other people like me, I like the tighter stops. Get those percentage gains in. Get those percentage gains in like protein. Get that protein in. Some people kind of like the calories. So I don't know what you're going to like reference it. But yeah, some people like the calories, I guess. But it's giving them a warning at least, It's actually warning them here. So for example, someone like a big stop loss like this, they're gonna have to manage some kind of a risk if price starts, let's say, breaking above here. Like that. Depending on how the stop losses are, they're gonna be able to manage their risk. Because of what we're seeing happening right over here. That little bit of accumulation. It's always a warning, a bit of insurance. So if it continues moving down, that'll be perfect for them. Because now we see the continuation. But it moves up, gonna show like a struggle. Anybody taking this? Who's gonna take this? Heard is telling me to come back to trade. What do you think last time I became like addicted and blow all my money? Not even having what to buy. What? Yeah, I mean, wait, I've stopped trading. All right, hold up. I think this thing is gonna melt here. I want to see that reaction, chat. I want to see that reaction. Well, but what I recommend is focus on like just 1 or 2 high probability trades a day. That's what you got to do. You got to build your discipline to a point where you know that you can be disciplined, right? You can be disciplined, but you're only going to do that if you focus on less trades. And just be okay with waiting. It's a process. It takes time. You know, I know like 1 or 2 trades in a whole day might seem like a little, but you're building that character to do that. Like for the whole of the first year, I would only focus on just 1 or 2 trades on my real account, and then like paper trade and demo trade the other accounts while I was still learning how to trade. All right, it's coming down here, chat. Watch this. Watch this. Sellers coming back in now. Should be at the break of this low though by 48.09. How's the order flow? It's pretty strong. Order flow is flowing to the downside. I've stopped trading for about 3 months now after I went broke and destroyed every single money I have. But now God has provided another means for me and I have some money now and some... yeah, I mean, manage your risk. Manage your risk, you know. Like for me, people are going to tell you things like... they're going to give you some advice like, hey, you know, trade a funded program. It's cheaper. You don't have to risk $20,000 of your own account. You don't have to risk $30,000 of your own account. You can trade the funded programs. You know, you could trade in principle, in theory, the same size, but without risking your own money. You've heard these advices before. What I would advise you is fuck that, because even to get a 50K funded account is probably like how much, chat? How much is a 50K funded account? You know, you can still easily lose just by breaking one stupid rule. Easily, let's say like $200 if it's like $200 for a 50K account, right? Just from breaking a rule. And that compounds a lot. Like the amount of times you're going to pay for the funded programs, that's going to compound a lot. Like $200 here, $200 here. Listen, if you're not profitable, you're not profitable. You're basically just donating your money to the funded programs under the illusion that that's helping you manage your risk. But you shouldn't even be trading $20,000. You shouldn't be trading $10,000 if you're just coming into something, you know. But that's the excuse that they give you. But for me, I think like you should be trading like $500, $500, maybe $1,000, you know, maybe $1,000. Like learn how to trade first. You know, stop chasing. You know, every time I've taken a shortcut in life, I've fucked myself. I've fucked myself by not getting all the right documents in time, spending more money than I should have. Every single time I try to take a shortcut in life, I screw myself over. So it's the same thing in trading. If you try to take a shortcut here, then it's going to be the same thing. And you know what happens is, like, what I've realized, people who are, let's say, people who are also maybe not be financially stable, they're more prone to kind of chasing those kind of shortcuts, right? Because if you're financially stable and if you're calm about your finances and just the way you're moving, like you won't feel the need to rush, right? You won't feel the need to rush. You won't feel the need to rush. You don't have to rush. Like even the other day I went to a bazaar, yeah? And this guy was trying to 5x me on a shirt. And I'm like, hey, listen, man, you're asking me this amount. So I wrote on my phone, divide by 5. And I told him, this is how much I'm willing to pay you. And he was like, nah, he doesn't want to do that. I'm like, okay, man. I walked away. I walked around. He started following me, man. He started following me because I got super close to the price that he bought it. He was going to make profit, but not that much profit, right? But you see, the fact of not wanting it, he was coming to me and he even wanted to sell it to me in the end. But in the end, I was like, nah, I don't even want the shirt. I was only going to promote you. You know, but you made it difficult. This was a difficult trade, so I cut my risk. Right? So it didn't go straight into profit. I didn't want the shirt. I was like, I'm going to promote you, but I'm going to get like a throwaway price on this. I didn't really want it. So I wanted like easy trade. So I cut my risk and I moved on. But the guy came back and he was willing to sell me at that price, but I lost interest anyway. Like, that's just the way life is, man. Like, the more you want it, the more it's going to run away from you. The more you chase money, the more it runs away from you. Like, just focus on the skill set and the approach to things. That was actually more interesting for me, was to see if I could actually make that guy come, like, super low. Divided his price by 5. And it's that game, bro. Like, you just gotta fall in love with the game sometimes. So, yeah, don't hate the players, hate the game. Shortcuts always end up being the longer way. Yes. This accumulation break here is extended now. See, it didn't break below the low. It came really close to breaking it, but it didn't break it. So it's kind of like extended here. Let's watch this. Let's just watch the reaction. See if that hourly can keep pushing. Because it's moved quite heavy already, but at the break of the low, in principle, we could see a continuation. If you even measure out this previous candle right here, you could see a rebreak of the low and an additional maybe 40 pips. We still got like a half hour left for the hourly candle here to close. I'm just gonna monitor it. Let's see that reaction. Should break this low right over here. I think it's this candle which is probably gonna do it. It's gonna create a top wick and then reflip and break the low. See how I tested our entries multiple times? This is gonna be like the same effect. This is also a high confluence area right here. Same as up here was. You got some steam in you there, Goldie. Let it run now. It wants to come. Look at the way it's fluctuating. It's gonna spike through the zone. I think it's, wait, is it waiting on futures to break? Spot gold's already on its way. Oh. No spike? Ah, okay. Yeah, that would have been another one of these scalps. For me, if I took it. Because it's hesitating. Shouldn't hesitate this much. Because it's also kind of destroyed the structure there. By creating new lower low. Because now it's just trickling. It looks more like it's trickling. One thing is if we can respect that low, because some people are going to have a bigger stop loss. Granted, yeah. Most stops are usually at the top of, I would say most of that liquidity in the market is usually sitting at the top of these highs. Like this. So you got to have different levels. You're going to have a level here. And then you got to have levels here. But I think majority of it usually is above. Most people feel comfortable with these bigger stops. 15-minute head and shoulders playing nicely. I think we should have broken the neckline. Yeah, we're below it here. It's also got that neckline kind of supporting the sell idea. It's easy to mess up your trading and business when you're coming from a place of lack and need. That's why you did try to take a shortcut and ended up losing everything. And fund a program you don't respect your 50K. This is something like I would teach my kids how to trade, even as teenagers, even on demos, with a small account, you know. Like at the end of the day, even if you can, in theory, if you could come and just take 1 or 2 trades and then like just get the measurements correct and all just have that go in your favor. The only difference now is you're just hitting the actual buy or sell button. But you've got to be able to detach from the emotion now when you start trading like a live account. And not think about the money too much. Because you wouldn't be able to do much at that point if you think about the money. Can you check 30-minute? Is there support? Let's see, 30-minute. It's got that still nice range, like 137 pips. It's breaking below that support area over here. It's actually like a shotgun play on the 30. But I think what the problem here is, it's because the hourly maybe is moved already so aggressively that it reduces chances of a continuation, although we could still push like another 30 pips below these lows. But it's just a matter of like where we coming from, because sometimes also that plays a role when you're deciding whether to take on like a bigger risk. Is to look at the hourly and say to yourself, like, how far is that hourly already moved? You know, that also plays quite an important role. You seem like you're going for a lean look rather than bulky. Yeah, that's the goal. That is the goal now. What my plan is I want to get to 15% body fat, maybe even like 12%, and then start lean bulking from here. So I'll lean bulk, so I get rid of the fat and just build on top like the muscle. And then every time I get to like 15% body fat, then I'll do like a mini cut. So I can stay at around like 15 and below. Because when I started gym, I also didn't know. I didn't have mentorship. I was figuring this shit out on my own. So for me, in my head, eating more and lifting weights was the way to go. So I was going to be getting bigger, right? But unfortunately, I was just getting bigger, but I was getting a pot belly. And I still had all that fat that I didn't get rid of. So I would be getting bigger, but I would be fat. And I'm like, okay, so now I've been doing this for like 2 years now. Man, it took me... I'm still unprofitable as a gym member. I think I've been gymming for like 2 years now, and now I'm starting to finally understand what it is. right? So now we're gonna get out of the break-even phase. As soon as I get to like 15%, we're gonna get out of break-even phase, and now it's just gonna be profits, and that's gonna be for the rest of my life because I've gotten the foundation now, and I know how to do it. It's just the same way like trading. You know, you're gonna take 2 years, 3 years, how long you gotta take, and then you're gonna realize, oh, maybe I've been doing this the wrong way. Then you're gonna learn, you're gonna do it, and that's also gonna take you time to get to that point. And then you're gonna break even, you're gonna break out. Beautiful, man. I love getting 1% better, you know? Like, I think that's what life is about. It's just about that skill, just getting better, you know? And then the results is just gonna be a byproduct. Guys are gonna be like, wow, you know, how do you stay in shape all year round? It's just a byproduct of loving the process of getting that result. You know, whereas those people, they're going to chase it, you know, they're going to chase it. They're going to be aggressive about it. And it's not going to be easy for them to be consistent. And they give up. Eventually, they give up. But if you look at life like this, then I think, man, anything is possible. And shout out to Woods. Shout out to Woods here. Has been clocking 10,000 steps a day. Non-stop, mad consistency. Well done, man. Doing it for the love of the game. Look at that. Super consistent. David Goggins here. This guy runs like a marathon on just like his runs like this, they're like marathon level warm-ups. It's like this is his daily jog, is like a marathon. Wasn't he in like the military as well, I think? Really good discipline on him. You thought that guy was Woods? Hey, give Woods like a year. A year with mad discipline, this would be Woods. I can't run. I don't like running. It's bad for your joints. I'd rather swim. Or hit the incline. Goggins is a Navy SEAL. Alright, smash that like button, guys. Support the stream. We gotta say it. We gotta do it. It's trying to do like a small reversal on these sellers from before. Right over here. See, that's why it's accumulating again still. It's broken the range. It's made it bigger. So you see that expansion? Right here. Same thing that led to this break down here. Correct. It came from here and then to here. Because the market's always moving. It's like the ocean. When you go to the beach, it's never the same beach that you were in yesterday. It's a new beach. Possibly even as the day goes by, it's going to be like a new beach. As the wind blows the sand and the tides come in, it's always going to be like a new beach. Yeah, but the concept remains the same. I mean, Warren Buffett says it the best. You're gonna know who's been swimming naked when the tide goes out. Yeah, this is cooking. I think it might be waiting. It might be waiting for the new hourly open to have the move. But if that's the case, that's going to be a really good confluence for the break. That's the thing I don't understand how people about funded, how people see it. 50k is not 50k. You pay an X amount for the drawdown. So if in 50k it's like 2k that you paid like $50 for, what they ask is you to turn 2k into 3k and then do it again to get paid. So in Apex, for instance, you need to pass 2k to 3k and then make another 2.1k to get first payment following all the rules. So you need to do 150% once and then 100% again. Yeah, that's the way you put it there is... Yeah, most people, they only see the outer shell. Chat, what do you think this is going to be? A buy or sell? Buy or sell? Buy or sell? The first sell breakout didn't play out. It kind of just extended the range a bit. Actually, I think that would need like an additional support for a sell. Like if price was to come down, it's probably going to need to retest this zone again. Because right now it's looking like a liquidity grab. Potential inverted head and shoulders even when it starts to break the high. But you see, on the break of this candle, it will be risky because there's a lot of weight to the downside. It was still at 4.2 million aggression. Yeah, see like a potential buy till it comes down, creates the support and then breaks. Check this W. Remember yesterday we showed you like that jelly meal hack thing. I'm gonna replace the jelly with this. This is a lot more healthier. And this got like a lot of freaking... Well, where did I even save it? Man, I got so many recipes here. Look at this. All these recipes, doing my back testing. Smashed broccoli. Oh, where's the... Yeah, but this actually got like a lot of like sugar in it. Well, you could get a sugar-free version, but... Man, I think this kind of slaps though. Tiramisu rice cake. Get some Greek yogurt. Dip that thing in some coffee. Look at that. Oh man, get that cacao powder in there. Holy. See, you don't have to suffer. You don't have to suffer. I'm losing weight like crazy right now. I think I'm at like... This morning I checked out 75 kg. But I'm not losing fat because I'm not hitting the gym and not moving a lot. But we're gonna get there, chat. We're gonna get there. Still a losing gym trader. Yeah, we'll do a cooking with Vic stream one of these days. And have the chart open as well. There's a lifelong skills that you learn. Lifelong skills. Trading, health, wealth. How do I describe my high probability trades? because the market's gonna always give you like a different situation. I would say like this situation, the first trade that we took today, that's how I would describe like a high probability trade. Like we had literally like a lot of things. We had resistance, we had fake out, we had the shotgun play entry, we had this candlestick create like a really high top wick. Then we had the rebreak of the lows with clean traffic on the 5-minute down towards that support level. Like for me, this is one version of a high probability trade setup here. But if you want like a rudimentary advice, I would say look for trades with at least 3+ confluences. Right now, whatever those confluences are, you're going to decide what you're going to like to have as confluences. You know, whether it's going to be head and shoulders, order flow, but at least have like 3 high probability confluences per trade. But I'm going to head out here, guys. I'll see you possibly for New York. So take care, everybody. Remember, smash that like button and adios.
No time for this slip, homie. Now we bout to dip. My boy said the